I agree. Mr. Speaker, can you believe you get an MCA in Wajir? But he was nominated from Nairobi. He doesn't know even where Wajir County is or County Assembly. You get in Kericho, in Vihiga. These political slakings and slakings must be stopped, Mr. Speaker. I agree. We cannot let us nominate women, people living with disability, that come from that ward, from Kisumu, Mr. Speaker. From Mawendo, Papa Udit, let that be registered there, Mr. Speaker. We don't want people who smile before the political party leaders and they are being vetted in hotel rooms to have opportunity, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are aware of political party leaders who vet people in the hotel rooms and going to Santorini, Mr. Speaker, to get opportunity to be nominated, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Osotsi, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, is it right for my friend Senator CHERARGEI to claim that it is bad for people to smile before party leaders? Does it imply that people are supposed to cry before the party leaders?
Senator CHERARGEI, that particular point of order insinuating on the part of the leaders of political parties is not the proper language to utilize in the House.
Mr. Speaker, let me rephrase, Mr. Speaker, that some people, some individuals, it is good to smile to political party leaders, it is good to get angry at them, but I'm saying some political party leaders, and you know the guilty are always afraid, Mr. Speaker, the Bible says what? Some political party leaders are known to vet the nominees, Mr. Speaker, in hotel rooms and in Santorini, Mr. Speaker. We are aware, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order,
I'm saying some, Mr. Speaker. I'm using the word some.
Take your seat. There is a point of order from Senator
Just before that statement, is it right for the senior ranking member, the Senator of Nandi, to insinuate that it is only women and people living with disability that can be nominated? As it is today, the current CS of Finance has been a nominee from the National Assembly, and that was a man. So it is not only women that are nominated. Even in this House, we have Senator Chimera, we have Senator Mbogo, and they are not women. And, Honorable Speaker, some of us, like me, is nominated. You cannot say I got my nomination through a smile. I'm beyond a smile, Honorable Speaker.
Senator CHERARGEI, the chair directs that you confine your contributions, check your language, and withdraw the statement that make reference to members having been vetted in hotel rooms. That is not parliamentary.
Speaker, I've said some...
And confine your contributions to proper language. Senator CHERARGEI, that is the directions from the chair. I'm warning you so that you do what is right as a ranking member of this House.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, can I rephrase? I've said some political party leaders. I didn't say all, Mr. Speaker. And number two, I've said, Mr. Speaker, I have been in politics long enough to know some of these things, Mr. Speaker. I might be young, but I know so many things that many people don't know. And Mr. Speaker, I want to rectify, anybody can be nominated by political parties to serve as senators, members of parliament, and I agree with the information by my Senator Ogola. If you know you are nominated by merit, why worry? Mr. Speaker, I'm saying, I'm calling out political party leaders who are political briefcase parties, that when they get chance to nominate, they go for other conditions, which my learned senior and law lecturer smiles and knows, because I have shared with him, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, because my time is spent.
Honorable members, order. Allow Senator CHERARGEI to conclude.
Let me conclude. I have abandoned long time ago my sister. The commission shall appoint a place on the issue of presentation declaration of results, Mr. Speaker. I agree the chairman of IEBC should have opportunity to declare the president-elect, Mr. Speaker.
Order,
because,
Senator
Mr. Speaker, we don't want to go, Mr. Speaker, where the Cherera 4 tried to do. I agree that the person who should declare the president-elect and deputy president-elect should be the chairman of IEBC. We don't want to go to Cherera 4 debacle, which almost brought this country to instability, Mr. Speaker. So I agree with your wisdom that you did bring that at least, Mr. Speaker, the IEBC chairperson should declare the president-elect and deputy president-elect. On the issue of electronically transmitting results, we are in the era of technology. 2 hours is enough. Let us know, Mr. Speaker, if we are not careful with the current Gen Z with technology, we can always know who is winning or who is not winning. So I agree on the issue of electronic publishing of results. We are tired, you know, CROs and county can be hijacked as they come through Kericho somewhere in Awasi, and they can disappear with the results, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of auditing, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of auditing, I agree after 1 year we should audit. I agree that your committee, JLAC, should give us what was the outcome of presidential and national elections within 1 year. That should be sufficient to give us audit, Mr. Speaker. This is a very good legislation. One thing I'm happy, Mr. Speaker, you remember in conclusion, there are a number of MCAs who have been complaining that they were not given chance, Mr. Speaker. We need to rectify on the issues that are within elections. Let this country have trust in our institutions, Mr. Speaker. I agree, Mr. Speaker, with your senior colleague who said that even nominations should be done by IEBC, Mr. Speaker. Some of the people, some of good leaders have been lost. Can I get 30 seconds, Mr. Speaker? Some of the people have lost their seats because of bungled nominations, Mr. Speaker. Many people who have seen nominations will tell you it's not an easy process.
Mr. Speaker, I want to speak to the problem of nominations. The nominations, as stated earlier by my colleagues, must cease being the decision of political party leaders. Members of political parties must vote to decide on the party list, so that after members of ODM have voted on all the names of the people who want to be nominated senators, then the women who get the highest number of votes are put on the party list in the order of the number of votes they got, so that it's not the decision of the political party leader. You can see the misguided contribution for the center of Nandi suggesting that party leaders conduct nominations from hotel rooms. I'm surprised that he was not forced to apologize and withdraw. We have distinguished senators here, people like Beatrice Oyoma, people with families, people like Mutinda with families. What message are we sending to their families that they were nominated from rooms? Shame on Senator CHERARGEI. He is even imputing a further improper motive, Mr. Speaker, on senators who are males, Chemera, who are males. Is he suggesting that they are homosexuals, that their party leaders are homosexuals? It's unbelievable that we can degenerate to that level, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've said it before and I want to repeat that people living with disabilities, they should themselves vote amongst themselves to decide who amongst them should represent them and not the decision of political party leaders. I also believe that we should continue amending the laws until we ensure that women reps are elected not universally in the county, but they are elected by fellow women, because they are only women who know who are the best women that should represent them as women reps. If they don't want them to be women reps, then we should amend the constitution not to call them women rep. But because the constitution calls them women reps, they should be elected by the people they represent, the women, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I now want to give way for our good professor to then inform us on his thoughts on this law I support.